All right, thank you. Well, Tuesday, the game changed for short-term rental properties here in the state of Arizona after Governor Doug Ducey signed a bill allowing for more regulations of these properties. The signing comes after an increase in complaints from neighbors of these short-term rentals, with many calling on the party houses. Yes, party houses. People are renting these houses, throwing these big parties, and at the end of the day, nobody's really there to clean up or even take responsibility for what happened. So how does this affect someone looking to make a little cash on the side by renting out their home? Property manager Courtney Ostro joins us to explain this morning. Thank you very much for joining us. And really, this kind of changes everything out there.
It does. It changes things a little bit because now people that own and operate short-term rentals in the valley are forced to register with their local officials so that there's a point of contact, because we're running into issues with party houses, like you mentioned. People throwing events, coming in, just throwing huge parties, having too many people in the neighborhood, and there's no one for the neighbors who live and work and thrive in the neighborhoods to turn to if there's an issue.
Now, with the change of this law, it essentially not only the party houses, but people who rented out their houses for weddings or big events like that, then there's some responsibility that they can't do that unless they go through the proper officials.
Well, that's true, but this law also completely eliminates the ability to hold events that you would otherwise need a license for at your private home. So like wedding venues, I mean, any venue that would require a specific license for an event, you can no longer hold those at your house, which is an issue for some who like to throw it out as a party house. But it's also coming into play the fact that there are just these big groups of people coming in for like the Waste Management Open or a boys golfing trip or whatever, causing a large ruckus in a nice neighborhood, and these neighbors have no one to turn to. And the other side of it is it's taking away a huge source of income for the state of Arizona by their ability to tax hotels where these people would normally be staying. So it's enforcing a law. If you're renting your house out for less than 30 days, you have to pay the same lodging tax and remit it to the state as a hotel would or anyone else. So it's allowing the state to reclaim a little bit of their money that they need, and it's forcing owners to list a point of contact for neighbors that are having issues with their local authorities.
And from now on, according to the law, you have to register and you have to have a tax registration number.
Yes, so it's two-pronged. You have to register, so you have to have a point of contact if there's an issue so that people know who to turn to. And you have to have a sales tax number that you list on your listing so that they know that you're in compliance with the state of Arizona's tax laws.
So if you're a neighbor and you have this house that is constantly problematic,
it happens.
Who do you contact? Where do you go from there?
You can file a police report, or you can contact your local governing officials, whoever those may be. Maybe it's your HOA, maybe it's the police department, whoever you would need to call for that particular complaint. And they now will have the name and number of someone local who can respond in a timely manner to those complaints. And when they receive those complaints, this law also mandates that they report those complaints to both the actual owner of the property, so maybe you listed a property manager, but now the actual owner has to know, and they have to report it to the IRS. So it's kind of a full circle, keeps everybody involved and everybody in the same loop so that they're able to govern the issue at hand.
All right, and then it's up to the municipalities on whether they want to crack down. Thank you very much. Thank you for some clarification there, and be careful out there. But if you have one of those homes in your neighborhood, now you have a law in your favor.